Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be about me doing a few jobs on my Discovery 4. Namely, I've got the door actuator to do because the car's door does not lock using the remote or the keyless locking. You have to lock it from inside. It does unlock on the remote and the keyless locking. I've got to do the boot switch as well because I can't open the boot from outside. What my motors have done is I put a little cable there which I have to pull and the boot comes in, but I've got to fix that. So I have bought off Amazon a little motor, as you can see, which will basically sort that problem out. Now you can get these motors for the Discovery 4, they're about £30–40, maybe more, but this is off a Fiesta basically, and it's about £8.99. It does the same job. All you have to do is just take this bit out, all this from undo the screw there and another one just next to it. So undo this one and this bit all comes out. Replace it with the Discovery one and that's it. It should basically be ready to go. I've got the parking sensors to do as well because I've got no reverse parking sensors, and that's like a bumper off, maybe testing it to see which sensor's gone, or maybe it's the module itself. But that's what I've got to do for that. Also, this is what I've bought from Amazon. It's basically a normal car switch that you just pull and it should open the boot as well. So this is going to be a manual thing I want to install in case the actuator does break again, which is a common fault on these, they do break. So I will get that installed, so I will have a proper manual button rather than just a cable just hanging out and doing that. And for that I've bought these little bits to get all the wires connected. Again, all this is in Amazon. I'll put a link down below so you can get the same item. So let's go and do it. Obviously I'm not going to be able to do this in one day. I don't have much time. I've got a couple of hours. So we'll do the door and then I'll get the boot switched on, and then last but not least is the bumper. Take that off and see what I can do. I've also got to do the bonnet switch and the handbrake EPB because that's gone 2 days ago. Basically it's not coming on, so I'll have to repair that as well. We'll see what we can do with that. So this is my job I need to do for the boot release. At the moment, what the mechanics have done, I have to pull on this, and that basically releases my boot because my actuator is not working. So I think that's the original bit that goes into the actuator, so that's got to go back in, and then I'll have to probably get another cable because I don't think this cable is going to be good enough, and then I will then use that to put the button here somewhere and do that. But before that, the next job I need to do is I need to put the lock actuator or boot actuator, which is somewhere in here. At the moment it's a manual pull on the cable, so I'm going to fix that. And I think to do that you have to take this off, 4 screws, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then the necessary components. I think there's a nut here as well that comes off, and one on this side. There we do. So let's start on this now. So here we need to pick this open, probably a smaller screwdriver. Let's pick what I have to do. You get the pick, put it through there, take this off. You need to wrap it around here, otherwise you'll lose it. Give it a little knot. And hold it there. Same on the other side. And when you take this one off, this will come down a bit, so just be careful now. these off, tie your knot. There, use this for fall. Is to undo these screws, which is a Phillips screwdriver. Two clips, one here and one here. I believe there's these to come out. So that comes out. So as you can see, they've already been at it. We've got a little socket here. I need to take out because that's the unit to take out. A clip here. We need to take out. It's not a clip. It's a cabling, whatever you call it. How do you take this off? Okay. So it's got a little socket here. This is the actual unit that we need to work on. There is our unit. That's gone faulty. Some more here. Now these are about 20-30 pounds, maybe more. But I bought one from Amazon, exactly the same as you can see, and it's from a Ford Fiesta, I believe. So we might just need to take a few things off here to make sure it fits. So again, it's a screwdriver this time. Taking this bit off, slides out. Let's see how this comes off. Okay, so I believe you just basically slide it off like that, and then slide this one, the new one, in. Okay, so this one's a bit thicker. What I'm doing is I'm just going to sand this down a bit as it's too big. See if that works. Yes, perfect. So that's fitted in perfectly now. The 2 screws back in. There we go. That's through. Here. Now this will need to go back underneath. So I have to push it in that way. So I believe that goes in there. Okay, so before I do that, I need to now possibly look at installing this too, because in case it breaks again, then I want thinking put it somewhere here and you just pull it out. Would have been ideally, but I want it from this side. So this is the next thing that I've got to have a look at. So what I will do, I will attach another cable here, bring it around here through there, and then attach that, so when he pulls it, it should basically like that. So that should open it. Okay, so I've gone with the there, and you just pull, and that should open it. It's tight enough. Put the cover back on. So finally I've done it. It's there. And Just line it up. Put the screws back in. Let's get it back. Through there. And mil. Wrong size. Let's see if this works. Yes, my boot now works. Thank God for that. Oh. Okay, so what I did, I soldered a hole through there, pushed the thing in there, it's there, but it's not going straight. So what I need to do is basically screw that bit in, so it holds it down like that. So I've got my screw. So I have put 2 screws in to hold this in. Now I need to push this cable through there and then think of a way where this screw will go in. So first of all, this needs to be cut. So we cut this cable, cut around here. Okay, the screws didn't hold. I'll have to get better screws for that. Maybe it's too thick. It comes over basically, and then I can't basically use so I can't install this because this will come over it. unless, no, it won't work because this comes up to here. Okay, so we're going to go to the next plan, which will put this through, and then we'll twist this and make it as a hook. So let's get the drilling bit done. So I would say drill it straight out from there, so it's straight, and then you just maneuvers rather than going up. Just got to get this straight. About there. Should work. Yes, it looks perfect. So I just got to basically make sure it doesn't rip. Get a file on that later on. So all we will do now is basically make a hook like this, and that's it. Job done. Where's the other cable gone? Okay, we'll test that in a minute. Let's put this back together. That's all the clips back in place. Don't forget. And that one's in. Okay, get rid of our rubbish. Now it's the big test, if it works. So guys, just a word of warning, I've had to take it apart again. The reason for this is because these cables, when I pulled them, they pulled out the switch. So I've got to basically work around this now and see why it pulled out the switch. So I think I'm going to have to do a bit more fixing. So I'll probably make this shorter and route this maybe from the top, maybe have a drill a hole there and route it from the top there so it doesn't touch the cable. But again, let me have a look and we'll take it from there. So I opened it up and I just realized I've already got a hole there, so it looks like someone already had done this before. So I'm going to make the hole bigger, put this cable through there, cut this one a bit more, and then see that will work, and that will stop it from pulling the switch out. Okay, what I've done now is I've routed the cable through there, as you can see, through this bit here. That gives a bit of a leverage, through the hole, out this end, and then now when you pull it, it does actually click. I can hear it click. So that's the way to do it. Okay guys, so what I've done is I've shortened this right to the edge, and I've put it through that hole that's already there. Now I'm going to put it back together, and this will stop the switch from coming out. It just makes my cable a bit longer, but that's fine. I don't mind it being longer. So that worked perfectly fine. I don't ever slow